Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to talk about one of the most hated AK variants of all time, the Century Arms RAS-47. Guys, first off, let me thank you guys. We're almost at 700 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. It's greatly appreciated. If you haven't watched my videos or whatever, I'm a retired millwright. I've been an avid gun collector for over 35 years. And I do a lot of giveaways because I love to make people happy. If you're not a subscriber, please think about subscribing. And if you haven't checked out my concealment flag builds, please check them out. I'm going to do another giveaway here pretty soon, give another one away, but this time I'm going to give one of the bigger ones away for an AR-15. So guys, this is the Century Arms RAS-47. They released two new pistols, the C-39 and this here RAS-47. They both share the same features as the full-size AK-47 rifles. The only difference is the C-39 has a milled receiver and this RAS-47 has a stamped receiver, both 100% made in the United States. I refuse to buy any AK-47s from another country that hates my guts. So that's Russian AKs or wherever. So I love that these are both American made. Like I said, I refuse to spend my money on a company's product that hates us and would love to kill us if they had the chance. The C-39 retails for about $900, whereas the RAS-47, you can get them for $750, $800, $900, just depends on where you get it from. There's been over 100 million AKs. It's the most popular firearm in the entire planet. Like I said, this is 100% American made. It has a stamped receiver, which has been more than proven to work by the millions used in the military and on the battlefield. So for all the guys that are complaining about Century Arms, this, that, yeah, there were some problems with the trunnions in the past, but guys, the new ones, like I said, there hasn't been any issues with them. It's very well made, much better than the other one. And if you've seen my other videos, you know I have a couple Century Arm AK-47s. This here features a nitride treated 1/16 inch 41 steel receiver. It's very well made and has a beautiful, nice finish to it. The muzzle on this is a AK slanted muzzle brake that's attached with a left hand 14x1 metric thread, so it's compatible with most aftermarket brakes and accessories. I first didn't like this slanted muzzle brake on here. It had to grow on me. I like the one I have on my other one, the what's that called? The birdcage one. I kind of like the birdcage look on there. But this slanted muzzle brake, like I said, I could switch them out. It's a regular standard left-handed 14x1. It has a standard AKM type front sight, minus the cleaning rod slot. And this is also adjustable for elevation. I don't have the tool yet. I did order one. The back sight is the regular standard AK sight, up to 800 yards. But overall, guys, very nice. This originally came with wood furniture. I put this Magpul on there just to give it a different look. The wood on here was kind of like grayish color. And like I said, with this short barrel, obviously there's no slot here for a cleaning rod on here. And then, like I said, the rear sight is just a standard AKM style, you know, with the sliding cam for elevation and long range. This new Century Arms has the enhanced Rack 1 trigger group in here, which is nice. I haven't had any issues with it. I don't have as many rounds through this one as some of my other AKs, because like I said, this one is fairly new. It has a oversized T extended mag release that's easy to swap out, you know, with another mag, very easy, which I like a lot. And the RAS-47, it accepts all standard AK magazines. If you guys are wondering about this is a Targon Tactical Gun Light. It's an excellent light, guys. It's a laser light and laser light combo that's very powerful. I have these on a few of my ARs and a couple of AKs, but very well made out of aircraft aluminum, and they're only like $79. I did a review on them. They're on my channel if you want to check them out, but they're well worth the money if you want to add this to your gun. It's just a little Picatinny rail here on the side here to mount it. This is a semi-automatic. It weighs about almost 11 ounces. Overall length is about 20 and a half. And I think the trigger on this breaks at about 4.5 pounds. 4.5, 5 pounds. But it has a beautiful, nice matty finish to it. That the look and feel is just very nice. I really like it a lot. It didn't come with this grip. This is a whole grip I put on myself. The other grip that I had on there, it was kind of like the one that's on that AK over there. I couldn't find one of those, so I got this one. But I really like it a lot. Also, this one has the, if you haven't seen my video, this is a new extended charging handle I put on there. I got a couple of them. I think I paid $20-something for them, about 23 bucks a piece for them. I do have this put on with the red Loctite. But I did buy a two-step epoxy from Gorilla Glue that if it doesn't work, I might use that. But the thing is, if you ever decide to change your bolt carrier group, I don't know if you're going to be able to break this free from the epoxy on there. This very smooth face steel bolt trigger is like I said, is their new in-house Rack 1 trigger group. Although it's described as a single stage trigger, it acts like a two-stage trigger because it breaks halfway through the trigger cycle. The springs inside this are all made by Wolf, which is the #1 company for making springs. They make the best springs. We'll go on the inside, take an inside look at it. But again, guys, overall, it's a beautiful, beautiful gun. It's got a beautiful finish on there. Like, I'm very happy with the outcome of this. Like I said, the stamped receiver, it makes it lighter than the actual milled receiver. But like I said, I get a lot of people talking trash about some of the guns I have. The AKs, calling them junk, this, that. But guys, listen, I know guys that have had arsenals that broke down, that busted. I know guys that had Sam 7s, AK-47s, that the trunnion was fucked on them. These guys that spend these $2,000 and $3,000 on guns, I know several of them that had garbage way worse than Century Arms. So, like I said, if you want to spend that type of money on there, you can. I won't. I'd rather have 2 or 3 AK-47s than one expensive one that I never shoot. And if you're a guy like me that you spend a lot of times in the woods shooting, target practicing, believe me, it's a beautiful gun, guys. And like I said before, you can buy an entire bolt carrier group, the bolt and the carrier with the front trunnion, brand new, forged for about $250. So all that bitching and crying, I get guys messaging me, bro, that thing's gonna blow up in your face, this, that. Guys, don't let that deter you. Like I said, this is the most hated AK variant out of all of them. But guys, I'm telling you, this is a beautiful gun. Like I said, I don't have I'm not into thousands of rounds yet on this. I'm somewhere between 500 and 800 rounds on it with no issues. It shoots like a dream every time I shoot it. It's a nice gun, guys. Like I said, if you like it, buy it. Don't. Like I said, there's been a couple that were bad, but anything mechanical, there's going to be some that break or they're not good. So don't let it deter you guys from buying one. Don't listen to what everyone says. Like I said, there's a trigger, and as you can see, the spring in this one is not the coil spring. These are standard. These are their standard AK springs. They eliminate trigger slap. Yeah, so that's not the coil spring like it is in some of the other AKs. Like I said, the finish on here is very well done. It does have this one does have a chrome plated pistol. We'll take out the bolt and stuff and take a look at that. So again, guys, like I said, if you're thinking about getting one, go ahead. You won't regret it. And like I said, if you do run into an issue, which I doubt you will, you can buy a whole new trigger group, the bolt and the carrier, or some companies are selling the bolt and the carrier and the front trunnion for $250. That's a great deal. If we look at the bolt and the carrier, I mean, there's a little wear on there from shooting it, but that's just, you know, surface wear. That's normal for the AKs. The cam in here looks very good. No deformation anywhere. They say on the AKs, this part right here starts to get deformation on there. But as you can see, it's just normal wear. Nothing to be worried about. And then here on the bolt itself, no deformation on there. Like I said, just some surface wear, but that's all normal for AK. You know what I mean? That's just all normal wear. There's no mushrooming on there or no deformation anywhere on the bolt. Like I said, just normal wear. I'm not going to pull the firing pin and stuff out. But again, guys, you can buy a bolt, you can buy the carrier, or you can buy them, you know, both of these together for $200 something, or you can buy these together with the front trunnion for $250. But again, nothing, just normal wear. There's no deformation going on anywhere inside the bolt carrier. So, like I said, I get a lot of guys. I get a lot of negative feedback, trust me. But once I tell them and I put them in their place and tell them, you know, how good the rifle's been, then they kind of don't run their fucking mouth no more. I don't let nobody knock my purchases. I wouldn't. I would never. If a guy had a gun, I would never say, "Oh wow, bro, you bought a piece of shit," or "You bought a tank waiting to blow up." Like I get. I would never say that to somebody. It's your money. You buy what you want. If you're happy about it, that's all that matters. Like I said, I'm a retired millwright. I buy my own stuff. Nobody gives me shit. And guys, it does have a very nice smooth trigger. The brake on here action is very nice. I mean, it's just a beautiful gun, guys. Like I said, Century Arms made a lot of changes to their AK-47 line, guys, and they've done a fantastic job, if you ask me. Like I said, I have nothing but good things to say about them, and I'll buy more from them. I love their guns. I'm very happy with it. What happened here? Oh. So yeah, don't let it a couple of negative comments deter you. Here you can see on the front trunnion here, there's no deformation. Inside of it looks good. It's nice and clean. Like I said, a little bit of wear, but that's all normal wear for these guns, guys. If you shoot your gun, you're gonna have some wear on it. You know, I don't leave my guns all sit in the safe and collect dust. I haven't been able to get out lately as much as I like to because, you know, getting the kids ready for school and stuff. But in the piston here, you can see nothing to be concerned about. Just normal wear. There's no deformation anywhere on there. So, like I said, guys, if you're thinking about getting one, get it. Be glad that you did. You won't regret it. And if you're getting a lot of negative feedback from people, like I said, it's your money, it's your gun. Don't let that stop you, guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's your money. Another thing, when you take these bolt from the carrier group on there, if you can tip it upside down and the bolt don't fall out, that's how you know you got it in correctly. The small side here, it goes to the left of the gun. But like I said, I get a lot of bad feedback from people sometimes, but I just ignore it. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention on here, this does have the bolt hold open feature on the safety lever here, which is nice because you can lock the charging handle back, stick in another mag. Once you eject it, it automatically loads around in. So very, very good feature on that. I have that on several of my guns, actually, that bolt hold open on there, and I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any Century Arms, or do you have this particular rifle in general? And how do you guys like it? Like I said, I love mine. I'm curious to see what you guys what you guys think about it. I don't have any videos of me shooting this one yet, but I will. I got a pretty busy next couple weeks, but I'm actually gonna try and get out tomorrow to the range and try out these new charging handles. Like I said, these are just in here with the red Loctite so far, but eventually I'm gonna, if they fall off, then I'll have to use epoxy. But then, like I said, if I decide to change the charging handle on the bolt carrier group on this, it ain't gonna work. I might not be able to get the charging handle off. But I only paid $20-some for them. And then I just did another recent video about the NC Star Picatinny rails for mounts on here. This particular rifle AK doesn't have a optic mount anywhere on it. So I ran across these NC Stars online, and these were like, you know, they seemed good at the time, a rail dust cover for your AKs. I got 2 of them. You know, it replaces right over the other dust cover on here. But guys, don't be fooled. It has a dedicated spot here for a reflex sight. But guys, this is the biggest piece of shit you could ever buy. It does not fit on any. I tried this on 5 AKs, and they just do not fit. So if you're thinking about getting this from NC Star, AK rail mount, and receiver cover, don't waste your money, guys. You're going to regret it. It says that it's made for all AKM style pattern rifles with a stamped receiver. The mount provides a low profile rail for mounting a scope or reflex optic onto the top receiver cover of your AKM pattern rifle. Provides a dedicated micro dot mount for installing a micro dot directly to your AK. It's made out of aluminum, but guys, they don't fit. It was very disappointing, man. Even after making modifications to it, I tried everything because I wanted this to work, just to give me an option. This one right here, it has the optic rail on the side here. I didn't want to drill into my receiver yet, so I was trying other options. I know they had that Texas dog one or whatever it's called, that dog rail. I might get that, but I was hoping this was going to work because it would have been a cool feature if I want to take the optic on or optic off. But it's horrendous, guys, that this was even allowed to be, you know, to even allow this to continue to be on the market for sale when they know that it's junk. There's nothing really that can hold this in place here, and even if you did, it doesn't fit over the back of the rear trunnion here. So it sits on there, it looks like it's nice, but it'll never work. As soon as you know what I mean? That's it. It's garbage. So let me know what you guys think. You guys anybody got the new C39? Let me know what you guys thoughts on this. Do you guys have this one? Like I said, this is the Targon laser light combo. It's on my channel. I did a review on it. And again, thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. There will be another giveaway coming up soon. And that's it, guys. Beautiful American-made AK-47. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend.